You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another rant/random thoughts. That's right, another random thoughts. In today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming Duke Nukem TV series that Ari Shankar has gotten the rights for. Now, I did briefly mention this on my live stream the other night when I was playing Duke Nukem 3D, but as you could probably guess with a lot of my takes on modern adaptations of things that I like, I am not excited for this. I'm actually very concerned that it's going to suck. Now, Ari Shankar did do Netflix Castlevania. The first season of it was actually really good. Second season, I mean, I liked it when I first saw it, but there were a lot of elements I didn't like too. And then season 3, I've heard, is like bad. I didn't even bother with season 3. He did do that Judge Dredd remake, which I liked when I saw it. It's been fucking years since I've seen it. So, you know, to be clear, obviously there is still the possibility that it's good, right? That's theoretically possible. But I'm really fucking worried about it, because Duke Nukem in particular is a franchise that I don't feel like gels well with modern sensibilities. Now, he said that it's going to be a faithful adaptation, which, again, I think in this day and age, to actually do a faithful adaptation of Duke Nukem is antithetical to current social stigmas and shit that a lot of normies go for. Now, in fairness, a lot of those bullshit sentiments are dying down. The whole woke phenomena is lessening, for sure. But there are still a lot of normies out there, and there is a lot of things that I think will still hamper something like a Duke Nukem coming back. Because Duke Nukem itself is a quintessentially masculine series. The tone of it is very masculine, very hyper-masculine. There is sexism in it. No matter how many fucking video essays that come out nowadays that say, actually, you've got Duke Nukem all wrong. No. Duke Nukem was sexist, and that's why it was great. Duke Nukem is based because of it. That is the whole appeal to Duke Nukem, is the hyper-masculinity, and the sexism goes hand in hand with that. Or at least sexism by modern standards. Because women are literally trophies in it, they're over-sexualized. Which is why it's fucking great. Which is why I love Duke Nukem, and why I wish things like that could exist today. Now, is it possible that it's good? Is it possible that it's accurate? Sure. Yeah, it's possible. And I'll give it a try when it comes out, see what happens. Hopefully it's good. But Duke Nukem is a franchise that I fucking love. Like, I have the hot take that Duke Nukem Forever is a good game. I fucking love Duke Nukem Forever. I actually prefer the final product of Duke Nukem Forever over that 2001 restoration project where they, like, you know, took the leaks of the old 2001 build and, you know, polished it up and released a lot of it. I actually do prefer the final game over that, which I know is a really fucking hot take. And, you know, here's an even hotter take. Like, a lot of the times I'd rather play Duke Nukem Forever than Duke Nukem 3D. Like, I love Duke Nukem 3D. It's a classic, and it is objectively better than Forever as far as, you know, jankiness and load times and shit like that. But for me, sometimes Forever feels more fun to play, just because Forever, to me, in a lot of ways is what a Duke Nukem game should be. Now, a lot of people don't like that, obviously, but that is just my hot take and my 2 cents. But yeah, as far as this show, even Apogee, the creators of Duke Nukem, have tweeted out their skepticism in this adaptation, with people, you know, adapting it without having any understanding of what made the games good, what made the source material work. We haven't had a real Duke Nukem entry in so long. Like, Forever was the last, like, original game, because, you know, there was the Duke's Bulletstorm tour where they just made a DLC that put Duke Nukem into Bulletstorm, which is great, by the way. I still love that. And then other than that, the only other thing they've done is Duke Nukem 3D Anniversary World Tour, which is just a re-release of Duke Nukem 3D with an additional episode, Alien World Order, which is cool, and some upscaling here and there. That's another thing. Duke Nukem 3D Anniversary World Tour got some criticism too that I thought was kind of unwarranted. Like, I love 3D Anniversary World Tour. Like, it's a perfectly good release of Duke Nukem 3D, plus it has an exclusive episode. Although the multiplayer's fucking broken and doesn't work. Duke Nukem is a series that has experimented a lot too. Like, that is another thing that's interesting, is people bitch about Forever, gameplay-wise, being different, when Duke Nukem 1 and 2 were side-scrollers, 3D was a first-person shooter, and then Manhattan Project was a side-scroller. Those 2 PS1 games, Land of the Babes and Time to Kill, were both 3D were both third-person puzzle shooters, kind of like Tomb Raider. But despite the gameplay differences, there is a core aesthetic and theme to the series that I do think that a modern-day adaptation, whether it be on Netflix or wherever the hell it ends up, could very much miss the mark on. Like, Duke Nukem is one of those things I feel like Uwe Boll could actually do a really good adaptation of, because his adaptation of Postal was fucking great. So if he did a Duke Nukem movie, I could see him pulling that off really well. This is going to be an animated series, apparently, which, again, is probably the right move for a Duke Nukem adaptation. But again, I don't see it working. Like, I want it to work. I really want it to work, but I am really concerned about it. Because, again, when I like things, I often don't like them to come back, because the modern world is fucking gay as hell.